Welcome to Family Gamer TV. We're at Gamescom and I've just had a look at LEGO Batman 3. I'm with Will Evans, designer on the game, and apparently you know all about this. So can you talk a little bit about what's being shown, what's new at Gamescom on LEGO Batman 3?
Well, basically we're trying to show off the new lantern worlds that we've got in the game. Towards the end of the game we end up visiting Odym and a few of the other lantern worlds that you will get to play.
I'm picking up a distress beacon. It's Saint Walker.
Justice League, just in time. I hope you can take care of some of the Reach dropships.
Aw, not the Reach! Bugs scare the diodes out of me!
There must be something on the body you can target, Cyborg.
Odym's this very rich, sort of lush tropical planet, which is where it's the home of the Blue Lantern Corps. So we're basically giving it a chance to show off some brand new characters, show off how we're doing the Lantern worlds, and basically just show how we've took Batman to somewhere that's not just rainy and dark and Gotham, and give the artists a chance to show off their work as well.
And so which of those characters is being seen here for the first time?
I don't think anybody's seen Saint Walker yet, and no one's actually seen that. He's the main protagonist of this level who we're actually going to save.
Fine.
This is where Saint Walker's signal was lost. He should still be close by.
We've been showing off Frankenstein, which is probably my favourite Big Fig character. Yeah, we're showing off Beastboy, we're showing off Black Manta, and there's a few new characters as well. But mainly the big fan favourite that we had was Beastboy. When we announced obviously a few new guys on Twitter, Beastboy was the one that everyone went absolutely mental for, and Beastboy's got abilities like when you double jump, he turns into a bird. When you jump into water, he turns into a shark. He can turn into a mouse to go through these slurp vents that we have, and then if he wants to become a big fig, he becomes a giant gorilla. He taps on his chest, becomes a gorilla, and he's a really cool character as well. So plenty of new characters that we've been showing off. They'll obviously all get revealed with Twitter, and we'll do Twitter releases as well for it. And yeah, everyone seems really excited by them.
Yeah, we had a lot of viewers commenting, asking for their favourite figures. Is it too late now? If there's a character they haven't heard of, they want in the game, can they still ask for it? I
wouldn't say it's necessarily been locked down, but the character guys keep shouting at us, because every time we get somebody on Twitter saying, "Oh, can we have a new character? Can we have this guy or this guy?" We always want to try and sort of not necessarily pander to the fans, but we always want to show that we're listening. And a few characters literally have gone in from guys that have bugged us on the internet and said, "Oh, really? Can we get this guy?" And Beast Boy was one of those particular instances where we had so much fan feedback from it, pushing for that character, that we said, you know, we can't ignore this, we've got to put it in. So there are quite a lot of characters that people do say, and we put them in. It's getting to that point now, though, where we are probably having to close the door, but we are always open, especially if there's a massive push for a particular character. Then it gives us a bit of weight to go down to the character guys and say, "Look, can we get this character in?" And they'll say, "Okay, then yeah, that's fine."
Squeeze him in.
Yeah, squeeze him in.
And so with that, we're approaching the release this year. That hasn't been nailed down, but is there a rough sort of window of release?
The release that we're looking at is fall or autumn, I guess. Well, fall if you're American. It's definitely towards the end of this year. There's no set date, but we're looking around about the end of autumn time for British guys and European guys. And
in the levels we were seeing, it seemed to revisit some of the shooting level where you're going round in a circle and you get different weapons. Is that a sort of recurring theme in the game?
Yeah, well, obviously because we're dealing with the wider expanses of the universe, and we wanted to go to space. That seemed a really nice way of sort of fitting in vehicle sections within it. We do have other vehicle sections. We have a VR missions within the hub, which you can go and access, and they all take the form of different missions, which you can unlock different characters and different unlocks and things as well. And there are race missions within that, as well as on the hub worlds. But within the actual game, we wanted just something new to sort of really branch the fact that we're going outside of Gotham and going into space. And there are a few lantern worlds that do have them, as well as, I think if you've seen the earlier demo that we did, there's one around the Watchtower. So it's a recurring theme, but everyone is slightly different. Everyone is tailored to the scenario that you're in. So the one that we showed today, which was in an Odym, you're fighting around a Reach mothership in the Javelin, and as Martian Manhunter. And so it's really tailored to whatever locale or whatever scenery we're actually taking place in at that time. So they're all really different, and they all have slightly different boss characters inside it.
And you were saying that you have a sort of a hub space, and then off of that you have spokes to these different lantern worlds, and each world looks different. Maybe you could talk a bit more about that.
Well, basically, we've obviously done a lot of research within the Lantern universe itself, and every lantern really is themed around a particular emotion. So, for example, the Red Lantern is rage. So that planet has a very apocalyptic style feel. It's bones and skulls and all that kind of thing. Odym is it's a planet of hope. So it's filled with lush jungle planet. That was when we showed off before, and all of them are themed.
Look really nice.
Yeah.
Especially on PS4, look great.
Yeah, the artist did an amazing job with that, and that's so basically every planet is themed around whatever that particular emotion represents. We go to Okara, and Okara is I would say it's also jungly, but it's more of a weed jungle, an overgrown sort of. It's got a more brown colour rather than a lush green sort of colour, and basically everyone is themed to how you would expect it. We've referenced much of the comics. A lot of the comics have these locations actually like drawn up, and we take reference from those comics because we're as much fans as the fans themselves. We've got the comics. I owned plenty of DC comics. I'm a massive DC fanboy, and then we push that onto the artists and say, look, this is the direction that we want to take these planets in, and then they create these amazing looking worlds that are completely true to the theme or whatever you would expect that planet to be.
So you play that in the story mode, but then you come and revisit, and there was some talk about it being slightly more free roaming when you come back, and you can explore each of those worlds in more.
Yeah, so in between the actual missions, the Watchtower serves as sort of where your leap off pad, so to speak. But we also, from there, you use the Slideways teleport, and that allows you to visit the Batcave. And then there are things within the Batcave that you can do. You can then go off and visit the Hall of Justice, the Legion of Doom, and then you have the hub planets as well, which are like the different lantern worlds. And each lantern world has its own quests and races and puzzles and things to do, and you basically just wander around them and then perform the puzzle. So we have this sort of, the Watchtower forms the spoke of the bicycle wheel, if you want to sort of imagine it like that, and then we have all these other locations that you can then go and visit off that, and they're all fully realised. They all have quests, fully voiced quests, VR missions. It's a really expansive universe, and it was the best way that we could incorporate all of these different locations.
It's Sintewalker. We have to save it.
He's being held by those magnets!
I just a twig today that there are certain characters that get all those suits, and then there's the wider cast. So just sort of rounding off, which ones of those get their full suit?
There's 5 characters in total: Robin, Batman, Joker, Lex, and Cyborg. The rest of the characters don't necessarily always lend themselves to have those gadget wheels that we have, and because they're all 5 of them are quite main characters in the story, they're the guys who get them. The rest of them we took a lot of effort to actually make sure that everyone's animations and everyone's mechanics for the characters are completely unique and completely really true to that character, but it's them 5 characters who have the gadget wheel and have all the different suits and things, because it seems appropriate for those characters to have those. But the rest of the characters are fully realised as well. Even if they don't have a gadget wheel, they all have really cool animations and really cool mechanics and abilities that are true to those characters as well.
Many thanks, my friends. The Blue Lanterns are indebted to you.
We require your assistance to revert the damage Brainiac caused.
I hope I can help.
Cool, well I can't wait. I love Lego Batman 1 and 2. Can't wait to play Lego Batman 3. So thanks for your time, it's really good.
No worries, thank you very much.